The Scholastic Ball Report is sponsored by UK Sports Medicine and by Central Bank, Crown Trophy, Double Dogs, Ford Brothers Auction, Kentucky Orthodontics and Invisalign, La Rosa's Pizza, Mingy Beef Jerky, Prep Spin, P-Rats, Rafferty's, Raising Cane's, Roberts Insurance, Sutherland Chevrolet, and by Whitaker Bank.
Hello and welcome into the Scholastic Ball Report. I'm Bridget DeVries and I'm your host for this week's show, sitting in for Gary Ball. And we've got a great show for you this week. As always, WKYT will be doing a feature from around the state. Our Crown Trophy athlete this week is from Tates Creek High School. And our Roberts Insurance Team of the Week is one of the teams from East Jessamine High School. From Nicholasville, we will have the Sutherland Chevrolet Driver of the Week. They'll take you on down the road from Nicholasville for some great high school sports action. From UK Sports Medicine, we're going to talk a little bit about nutrition pre and post contest. And we'll have Kimberly Buckholtz in, one of the staff athletic trainers. But we know what you want. You want the best high school highlights in the state of Kentucky. Brought to you in Game Time by Lee K. Howard and Brian Mallon.
And we're going to start right here in the city. Lexington Catholic entered the 43rd District Boys Final with a 20-1 record. Their only blemish on their record was the Dunbar 2 weeks ago. The Bulldogs also let another win get away against Catholic just about 2 weeks before that. Well, tonight the rubber match between the Dogs and the Knights. First quarter, Lexington Catholic, they can score the three ball. Ryan Russell does the honors. Knights jump out to the 7-2 lead. And that's when Dunbar began to feed Tim Hall. He's got the pull up in the paint. Next possession, Nick Spalding puts on the brakes and then knocks down a three. It is a 1-point game. Spalding also had 25. We know Ben Johnson, he can shoot the ball. His range is unlimited. 3 of his 21 points, but Tim Hall and the Dogs were impressive. Hall had 25 and 16 boards, leading Dunbar to the 81-68 win and district chip.
Rowan County's Mason Moore will be among the players in the running for Kentucky's Mr. Basketball. The UK baseball commit is the Vikings' star at 20 points a game, knocking on the door of 3,000 career points and 1,000 rebounds. Rowan County among the favorites to challenge Ashland in the 16th region. Moore proud to be named Region's Player of the Year.
It's a huge honor. I've kind of worked towards this since my 8th grade year, morally my sophomore year, but having the coaches to help me and having such a good team to play around, it helps out a lot, and it's just a big honor.
He's a coach's dream. There's not a coach in the state of Kentucky that would not take him on their team just because of the type of kid that he is and the way he goes about his business.
Welcome everybody back into the Scholastic Ball Report. William Warfield here with you, and we're exciting. This show has got one of my favorite sports on it today, and that's wrestling. And we're very, very excited to be joined here today by Coach Scott Teater alongside his superstar, and that's Adam Lynch. And we'll go ahead and bring those guys into the show. And Coach Teater, man, how's everything going for you in Tates Creek?
It's been a good year, so pretty much. We had to deal with COVID, getting late start this year, and had a little bit of a break, and then we had some snow issues and stuff. But we ended off our season pretty strong, and looking forward for the next year. So.
Adam, we've heard a lot about you. How's your school year going?
My school year has been it's been different and weird in a way. Let's see, beginning of school year, I started off virtual and I was really tough, but then luckily wrestling came along and helped me out. That was until January, when I got hurt again from a past injury in 2020. But then after that, I had a surgery, and after that, my school year's been different because I'm back in person right now.
Coach Teeter, I know you got a lot of responsibility too. You're kind of like the head of some of the wrestling organizations around. Is that true?
Yeah, I'm the president of the Kentucky Wrestling Coaches Association. We do a lot for the coaches and programs throughout the state. We do a clinic and stuff in the fall. We do a lot of awards at state. We do several Team Kentucky for our national kids that go in the summertime. A lot of different stuff like that to promote the sport. And I've headed up the girls' state the last few years. This year we moved it to Harrison County. This was the third year for it. The Kentucky Coaches Association sponsors it. We just recently had it. Harrison County did a great job hosting, and they ended up winning that. So it was a good year for that.
I'm glad you kind of touched on girls wrestling, and Adam, I promise I'm not leaving you here, but I do want to talk to that because it is a growing sport right now. A lot more of the girls are getting involved, and it seems to be going pretty great.
Definitely, COVID put a hit on us this year, but it did in all sports. 3 years ago, there was about 50 girls in Kentucky that wrestled. With the starting of girls' state, the numbers went to 113 the first year, and then the second year about 150. This year we had right at 100 doing girls' state, but like I said, it's going to come back strong next year. We have no doubt.
Adam, talk to us a little bit about what you think going into state, and then I'll let Coach Teeter kind of talk to you or talk about you here on the program to let everybody know how great of a wrestler you are.
State would be state's been really cool. I haven't gone to state myself personally, but over the times and when I'm healed for wrestling, just be working hard and being able to get to state next year.
Yeah, and Coach, how important is Adam to your team?
Definitely, he's our leader. He's young, he's a sophomore, and he's had to deal with some injuries. But I think this year, if we didn't have the setback on his knee, he definitely would have been at state. Man does all the right things, goes to clinics, camps, works out all summer. He helps with our youth team. It's just if there's something for wrestling, he's there with me and going to it and getting after it. Totally great leader. Just every day he's there, and no matter whether he was injured or not, he was there every day.
Yeah. And then real quick, Tates Creek, obviously a program on the rise. We're seeing wrestling pop up in, some of the outer counties as well. It's always kind of been Woodford and Harrison County around here, right? But, we're starting to see it pop up more, like the Jessamine County schools, for example. That's got to be really good for the sport, right, Coach?
Oh, definitely. The growth is good. East and West Jessamine been on for a few years. Coach Hazlett does a great job over there. George Rogers Clark just got approved. I've heard they're going to be starting a team. We're very deep in the 7th region. We have 18 teams, and only the top 4 come out of region to go to state. So it's deep and it's tough.
We appreciate you and Adam joining us today, and we wish you all the best of success the rest of the school year and on into the future.
Thank you so much.
Appreciate you joining us here on the Scholastic Ball Report. Adam Lynch, he's our Scholastic Ball Report Student Athlete of the Week. And, of course, Coach Teeter there at Tates Creek doing big things over there for the Commodores. Coach Chooney, man, we got Ben and Zion here with us. And just a huge game tonight, 46th District Championship. And you never know, when East and West collide, you never know because you can throw the records out the window, as you know. But you came away tonight victorious.
Listen, I told them at halftime and before the game, we got to be the aggressor tonight, and I think we were the whole night. I really do. And don't even give them some credit. They were going at us as well, but we told them, listen, most physical team, the team that can stand it is going to be the ones that are standing up at the very end of the game. And I think we showed that we can do it. We've shown before, but when it mattered tonight, these guys, they took some lumps last year learning how to finish games, and this year it paid off, and they saw it right here tonight.
Zion, you had a big game tonight.
Yes, sir. Oh, my bad. It just comes from like every day in practice, just working hard. All of us have the same goal, and we just want to win a championship as a team.
Ben, talk to us about your game tonight.
Well, we knew coming to this game it's going to be a hard game. We kept saying before the game, one game as the quarters go on, be like 3 quarters, 2.5, like Coach said, just be the aggressor and just maintain our physical play and go out there and just try to win a game.
Coach, 12th region always a tough take. Once you guys make it past the district hurdle, you get in that 12th region. You play at Lincoln County this year. Tough place to play.
Yeah, well, and that's what we were sitting there thinking because we know they made it, and it's never easy playing there. I know we've taken some lumps down there at that gym, and so I feel like we got a little built up good coming for us this weekend. But we'll see what the draw holds tomorrow. I was telling radio just a second ago, we unfortunately had to take our COVID break at a bad time, and we didn't get to see some of our region teams. And so there's a lot of them that we don't know a whole lot about, and we've seen them, but we didn't get to see it firsthand.
Talk to us about the season, and guys, we'll get back to you here in a second as well, but talk to us about the difficulties playing in a season where schedule changes have happened, and athletic directors kind of scrambling to try to find replacement games. You're scrambling as well.
I think it wasn't the first week of the season we already had to cancel one. I'm like, guys, listen, I'll try to find something. If something don't work out, then listen, we just won't play, or we'll go somewhere else. And so, this group has been so patient with not only me but my staff and everything else that's gone on this year. They've kind of just been, I don't want to say accepted it, but it's like, all right, we'll take it head on and we'll meet it and we'll go whatever that next hurdle is. And so they've been pretty good. A little scared Monday night, but other than that, one game at a time, we've been pretty good at that this year.
Talk to us about these two guys, Coach, and what they mean to your team, and just touch on each one of them. And
I love these two like they don't even have any idea how much I love these two. This whole senior group, I was telling Brian just a second ago, like when we played with them, when we had this group as freshmen, we won a ton of freshman games. And I know that's freshman ball, but the next year when they got to step up and start playing varsity, these two along with Cameron been starting for 3 years. And so the experience is so valuable, so valuable. And then, like I said, take your lumps last year, learning how to finish games, and then this year I think our record speaks for itself and how we finished. And this group, listen, all the credit goes to them. I'm just out there just kind of hoping that I got them a little bit in the right direction, and then they go make the plays.
Zion, Coach on the sideline, and he's pretty energetic on the sideline. Coach Kelly kind of calm and collective over there, but this guy, man, he's all up in the air, jumping up and down for you guys, cheering you on from the sideline. That's pretty cool seeing that, seeing your coaches that much into the game.
Yeah, Trini, good coach. I like him and I love him a lot. He's done a lot for us through the past. We're just going to keep working.
What do you think?
One thing I like about our whole coaching staff, we're all young. Kyle, Pitney, Tuning, and Prokes, we're all young. We all have the same bunch of energy, and when Tuning gets going, it's a sight to see. It really is.
You guys, I believe Lincoln County was leading against Boyle County, as you mentioned. Being played at Lincoln County. When we go back to the regional tournament, Coach. But I know you want to take this in tonight. What does that net mean to you on your name?
This is huge. This is huge. It's another step in the equation. But listen, this is what we're working for. I told them, I said, listen, boys, our goal ain't just to make it here. Our goal is to go here and win. And this is step one tonight. We got a couple more goals to finish, and then I'll be happy.
Kyle, can I bring you in for just a second? I was talking to Kyle a while ago. Kyle Anthony Lamb, he used to be, man, he was a superstar back in the day. But you know what it's like, man. You never could get past that hurdle when it came district time against West Jessamine. What does this mean for East?
Oh, it means a lot. It's second district championship in school history. We've been right there a lot of years and just couldn't get over that hump, and I'm just super proud of these guys, man. They battled, like I was telling you a minute ago, through all the adversity they've dealt with this year, and like Tuning referred to, they just kind of took it head on, took it day by day, and just super proud of them. So.
I know this means a lot to you. You guys are going to take back this trophy, put it in your trophy case over there that continues to grow, and you guys certainly leaving back a legacy here at East Jessamine. I know work's not done yet.
Now it's regional times. We want to go home. We don't want this to be our last game. We want to keep it going, go to state. We all know in this locker room if we lose another time, and it's the last time we're going to be playing together. Yeah. So we all got to bring the same intensity we brought tonight to go win more games. I also got a team full of guys that they know how to win and they know what to do, and they ain't going to stop until the job's done.
That's right, Coach.
I appreciate you being here.
Congratulations to East Jessamine Jaguars right here on the Scholastic Ball Report. We took you here on site tonight and saw a district championship win. These guys not done yet. They're going to make some noise in that 12th region, and who knows, guys, we might see you at Rupp Arena.
Thank you.
Right.
The Sutherland Chevrolet Drive of the Week comes from the 40th District Championship. Trent Edwards with the block. Jerome Morton trying to beat the clock, and he does. Morton with the flush to finish off the quarter. Morton finished with 33, and GRC wins a 4th straight district title, 73-66. Morton with the Sutherland Chevrolet Drive of the Week.
Welcome back into the Scholastic Ball Report. Today we have Kimberly Buckholz from UK Sports Medicine, and she's going to talk to us today about nutrition before and after contests. Welcome in, Kimberly.
Hi, yeah, thanks for having me.
That's great to see you. So let's get into a little bit of Q&A here. What should athletes eat before games or practices?
Yeah, so what an athlete eats before activity can definitely impact their performance, either positively or negatively, depending on what they eat. So it's recommended that athletes have a pre-activity meal that's high in carbohydrates, approximately 1 to 2 hours before their event starts. So this will ensure that their body has enough energy to sustain high levels of activity without upsetting their stomach. So you also want to try to avoid foods that are high in fiber or fat, again, just so that the stomach doesn't get upset during the activity. So think about foods like a mini bagel with jam or bananas, and maybe if you have a little bit of extra time, you could have some rice or sweet potatoes.
There's so many tasty options out there. So does it matter what an athlete eats after practice?
It's definitely important to eat directly after activities so that your body can replenish the energy that was just used during activity. So it's good to have a ratio of 4 to 1 when you talk about carbs to protein, so that the body can start to rebuild that protein and muscle. So a good example of something to ingest directly after activity is chocolate milk, because it has that perfect ratio. But then when athletes get home, they should look to have a more well-balanced meal with lean proteins and high-quality carbohydrates. So maybe some grilled chicken breast and mixed veggies.
Great options, I tell you. Is there a difference in eating habits for practice versus games or special events?
There actually isn't much of a difference. However, if you know that your game requires a lot more energy or will last much longer than your normal practices would, it may be beneficial to try and plan to eat more prior to your activity, and even during activity if you're going to be exercising for longer than an hour at a time. That's why you see so many teams providing bananas, oranges, or pretzels during halftime, which are great little snacks to help replenish those glucose levels. Also, if athletes want to try a new food before activity, I would recommend trying it before practice first so they know how it will affect their stomach. And then to optimize performance, I would recommend getting into a routine and not changing up the pregame meal too often.
That makes sense. Well, thank you, Kimberly, for being here with us today on the Scholastic Ball Report.
Thanks for having me.
Last season, Henry Clay entered the 42nd District Tournament, winners of 18 in a row. But in one of the great Lexington classics of all time, Douglas upset the Devils 108-104 in double overtime. This year, it's Douglas who has won 14 in a row. Last year, an elimination game. Tonight, for the District Gold. First half, Zayden Ferguson was lighting it up from long range. That is 1-3, and then a few minutes later, the Blue Devils leaving him all alone at the top of the key. Scout report says guard that guy, makes him pay. Ahead to the second, Kanye Henderson will give it up and get it right back. And if you like three-pointers, this is the show for you. He hits the three. Aziel Blackwell putting the Broncos in a spin cycle. Henry Clay led at the break, But Douglas on a 13-2 run in the second half goes on to win at 59-49.
Well, that's our show for this week. We sure hope you enjoy the show and join us next week for another exciting version of the Scholastic Ball Report. Special thanks to the King of Stream, William Warfield, our video streamer, and to Joel Clace, our director. And remember, for those you see and those you don't see, you keep your eye on the Scholastic Ball Report.
The Scholastic Ball Report was sponsored by UK Sports Medicine and by Central Bank, Crown Trophy, Double Dogs, Ford Brothers Auction, Kentucky Orthodontics and Invisalign, La Rosa's Pizza, Mingy Beef Jerky, Prep Spin, P-Rats, Rafferty's, Raising Cane's, Roberts Insurance, Sutherland Chevrolet, and by Whitaker Bank.